Now let us revise some definitions which you have already studied in class 8th. First one is hydrated substances. These are the chemical compounds which contain water molecule as a constituent in their structure, and these water molecules give the crystal shape and color. For example, blue color of copper sulfate pentahydrate is due to the presence of these water molecule, and when we heat this blue vitriol, it loses its color, it gets converted into white copper sulfate. So the presence of these water molecules give them color. Now these water molecules which are present in hydrated substances are known as water of crystallization. This is the fixed amount of water that is associated with hydrated crystals, and it is an integral part of the crystal. Anhydrous substances are the salts or compounds lacking their water of crystallization. For example, common salt which does not have water of crystallization is known as anhydrous substances. But the term anhydrous substances mainly used for when a salt loses its water of crystallization. For example, this is hydrated copper sulfate. When it loses its water of crystallization, then it becomes anhydrous copper sulfate. Though anhydrous term is appropriate for salts lacking their water of crystallization. Now next definition is efflorescence. You know, when we expose the hydrated substances or those substances which have water of crystallization into dry air, they loses its water of crystallization partially or wholly. For example, sodium carbonate decahydrate, it is hydrated compound. When we place this in dry air, then it loses its 9 water of crystallization molecule. So this phenomena is efflorescence, and this compound is known as efflorescent compound. Similarly, Glauber salt, sodium sulfate decahydrate, when we exposed this salt to dry air, it loses all of its water of crystallization molecules and gets converted into its anhydrous form. Next term is deliquescence. Deliquescence is a phenomena in which some water soluble substances, when exposed to atmosphere at ordinary temperature, they absorb moisture from the atmospheric air and become wet or moist and lose their crystalline form and ultimately get dissolved in that water and form the saturated solution. For example, sodium hydroxide is a deliquescent substance. When we expose sodium hydroxide in atmosphere, it absorbs moisture from atmosphere and get dissolves in it and make the saturated solution. Other examples of deliquescent substances are magnesium chloride, zinc chloride, calcium chloride, ferric chloride, etc. Next term is hygroscopy. In this phenomena, some substances absorb moisture or water vapor from atmosphere when they are exposed to it, but not enough to form solution. They become wet. For example, concentrated H2SO4, phosphorus pentoxide, calcium oxide, etc. are hygroscopic substances. Now, drying agent. Drying agent, these are the substances that can absorb moisture from other substance without chemically reacting with them, and these substances are also called desiccants or desiccating agent. For example, anhydrous calcium chloride, anhydrous zinc chloride, which have tendency to absorb moisture from other substances or atmosphere, can be act as drying agent. Next is dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agents are the substances that remove chemically combined water from the compound. In drying agent, the substance remove only moisture. Moisture is not chemically combined with that substance, but dehydrating agent removes the water molecule that is chemically combined with that substance. For example, in this case, hydrated copper sulfate, these 5 water molecules are chemically combined with copper sulfate. When we add concentrated sulfuric acid to this salt, then it loses its water of crystallization or water, then it becomes anhydrous copper sulfate. So here concentrated sulfuric acid removing its chemically combined water. So here it is acting as dehydrating agent. Concentrated sulfuric acid also used as drying agent because it has great affinity for water and it absorbs moisture from other substances. So acidic gases are dried by concentrated sulfuric acid. These are some apparatus which are used to dry other substances. These two are used for drying gases, different gases. When we pass the gases from this solution, here it is concentrated sulfuric acid, then moisture is absorbed by the concentrated sulfuric acid, and gases which cannot react with H2SO4 gets passes away. And this is desiccator, and it is used for drying solid substances. At the base or at the bottom of this apparatus or desiccator, we place anhydrous calcium chloride or some other drying agent, and over there in watch glass we place the solid substances. The moisture which is present in this airtight container is absorbed by this anhydrous calcium chloride or drying agent, and the solid substance gets dry.